That was a very upsetting experience, I'll have you know.
Book 2? Hi, welcome back to Dimension Bros. Basically, if you did not see the review of book 1 that will be in the iCard right now, basically Isaac is watching Avatar for the first time. I have already seen Avatar, so I'm basically just interested in what he has to say on it, and I'm like asking him questions about it. So yeah, this is a review of book 2, which Isaac is very upset ended on a cliffhanger apparently.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because we live in different countries, me and Dio,
Mm-hmm.
when I finished book 2 last night, it was what, midnight where you are?
It was about 3 a.m.
Yeah, so of course, and I'm not allowed to start book 3 until we film this video. So I was mad because I just had to sit here all night. Like,
I told you book 2 ended on a cliffhanger.
it was very
Yeah.
upsetting.
Let's start at the beginning of book 2.
Right.
All right, just walk us through your thoughts, Isaac.
Toph was very good, very very nice. Um, I think one of my favorite scenes in book 2 is when she's first introduced, and and it like shows kind of what she sees in a weird way. Like that was really cool. Freaking Appa got kidnapped, jerk.
I know.
Um, also the the I hate the spirits. The creepy owl spirit whose like neck extends. Like no, not okay.
Oh, what did you think about Zuko? Because you said redemption arc.
Um, he's definitely working that way. Still a bit of a not great dude, but that's fine. I think one of my favorite characters just throughout the entire series is Uncle Iroh because he's not like upset that he's not the Fire Lord. Like he's more thrilled about opening a tea shop than I think he'd be
I
about the
know.
Fire Lord. Like
It,
he's living his best life just running a tea shop in the Earth Kingdom.
yeah, what did you think about Tales of Ba Sing Se with Uncle Iroh?
That almost made me cry. It was very upsetting.
I'll put the messages, our Discord messages up right now
Oh,
of you
okay.
watching it and then me going to watch it again.
So speaking of Bossing Say, um, when they first got there, you don't see the king. Like you see his like figure, but I imagined him as like I thought he was gonna be like this old dumb guy, but no, he was actually a fairly like smart king. Just he's been
Yeah,
being lied to for
yeah.
years. I love the idea of them hiding this war that the entire world is part of.
Yeah, yeah. From
And
an entire city,
from an entire city of people, right?
including the king of the Earth Kingdom.
Right.
Not the king of Ba Sing Se, the king of the entire Earth Kingdom.
Doesn't know about this war that's lasted 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bossing Say was very upsetting. I did not enjoy it. It's like the Society of the Blind Eye from Gravity Falls, but so much
Oh, yeah.
worse. Just,
Yeah.
just so much worse. The secret tunnel episode happened. I was excited.
Secret tunnel!
Yeah, because of that. Because of that. I got to hear
The
the secret
memes.
tunnel song. The memes, of course. Um, yeah, I enjoyed season 2. I'm still very upset that um I I mean that it ended on a cliffhanger like that.
That Aang died at the end?
And dies at the end, which I clearly he's not gonna be dead.
No. Spoiler alert, the main character of a children's show is not murdered. Azula. Talk about Azula.
Azula, that entire group is really creepy. They're all like canonically 14 years old. I did not.
Yeah.
Well, because I was curious, because obviously the one, I don't remember her name, looks significantly younger than the other two.
Which one? The
Ty Lee, is that her
Ty
name?
Lee. Yeah, Ty
Yeah,
Lee.
she looks significantly younger than the other two. So I look up her age and I'm like 14. That makes sense. But didn't they all go to like that school together? So I look and sure enough, Azula's also 14, then the other one's 15,
Mm, yeah.
which is very upsetting. I thought like she was full adult, but no.
No, nope, no.
No, I love that the entire like war is in the hands of a bunch of
Children.
yeah, yeah teenagers and children.
Yeah. No.
Also, speaking of the Fire Nation, did the current Fire Lord kill the previous one?
I think so.
Because the Fire Lord before him, he goes to him and he's like, "Hey, instead of making Iroh the Fire Lord, you should make me the Fire Lord." And he's like, "I will
Yeah,
not
yeah.
disrespect Iroh." Right after his son died, he's grieving enough. Then the next morning, it's revealed he died during the
Yeah.
night. Final wish was for the other guy to be Fire Lord, which like
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did kill him. I do. Yeah, yeah. That sounds right.
that's certainly implied. I like that your costume this time is just you, but with marker on your
Well,
face.
I'm wearing green. I'm wearing green. Cause
Ah,
Zuko's Lee. I'm Lee from the tea shop.
yeah, got it.
Yeah, what did you think about Zuko's arc this season?
I'm not exactly happy he kind of like threw the whole thing away at the end there, but that's okay.
But he didn't throw it away. He's conflicted.
I'm sure he's gonna double back again. Yeah. So in the last episode, like Katara is like knocked over. She falls down, and the cap on her little water thing falls out, and the like water starts oozing from her, and it looks like blood, and it was clearly supposed to look like blood. And I'm like, wow, that's dark for a kid's show. And this, of
And then
course,
Aang
someone.
died.
I will say, of course, someone died a few episodes earlier, but
Yeah. Well,
we
no
don't
one
care.
really liked Jet.
I enjoyed it. I think I can't decide whether I like this more or less than book one. Book one was really good.
Yeah.
I
I
did
like book two. Book two's my favorite out of the three.
I did like Toph metal bending. That was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Was not expecting that.
She's the greatest earthbender ever, so.
Right. I like that she's like, yeah, my dad said I can come with you. Then the next scene is her dad being like, find my daughter. She's
She's like,
gone.
hurry up, I'm a wanted man.
I also like that in the second to last episode, Aang and Sokka are like, yeah, everything.
Sokka! Sokka!
Sokka, I'm sorry,
Sokka!
sorry,
Sokka!
I'm sorry,
Sokka!
I'm sorry. Aang and Sokka are like, ah, yeah, nothing could go wrong anymore, and then just things fall apart. I think one of my favorite things was when you see the soldiers coming in and you think it's supposed to be like the girl soldiers, and
The
then it,
Kyoshi Warriors, and then
yeah,
it's.
and you're just like, oh no. Which I'm kind of worried about them now because the last we saw of them, they were being attacked.
They're
And
alive. They're alive. They're
that's
alive. They're alive. They're
their
alive.
their armor's just been taken. They've just
Yeah.
been stripped.
Yeah.
Great. You think
Yes.
they'd be a little suspicious when they're like, yeah, 3 Kyoshi warriors showed up. Like, there's a lot more than 3. Like, you think they would have double checked that before they're just like, great, bring them in.
I mean, they were wearing like the exact Kyoshi Warrior clothes. Like
That's true.
they could have just said, "Oh, the rest of them's like I don't know, at the tea shop." All right, predictions for book 3. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, now that the Earth Kingdom's been, like, invaded,
Yeah. Well,
there, there,
yeah.
there goes, like, a big player. I'm guessing the real, like, point of the war is still gonna be, what's it called? The day when the eclipse is happening.
The Day of Black Sun.
Yeah, that. I'm guessing that's gonna
Yep.
be. This show
Okay.
has a tendency to have the characters know things that they shouldn't know.
What do you mean?
Not
What
to
do you
like a
mean?
big degree, just like character names. Like they'll be like, "Ah, oh, yeah, that's Ty Lee." Like I didn't even know the character's name was Ty Lee. I don't think they've said that other than early, like at the very beginning when she was introduced. How do you know? Like, it's literally just that. Every once in a while, they'll be like, "Ah, shoot, it's Ty Lee," and I'm like, "How do you know that?"
I was like, this girl has only fought you one time, and I don't think she introduced herself as she was
Right,
blocking your chi.
right. I only know that because I had to Google her name to figure out what it was. Like,
You're bad with names. You're just
I
bad with names.
I really liked the scene where Aang returns the Fire Nation baby. That was cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was cute. Again, I really like how this show shows that the Fire Nation are still like people. I was thinking about it because I couldn't decide whether Aang was gonna go all the way through with never doing firebending again, or whether he was gonna still learn firebending. I'm guessing he's still gonna learn it because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he still has to learn it. That's part of like his destiny. The show likes to use the word destiny a lot. Um, what else do I think is gonna happen? I think Zuko's going full good. Like he's gonna be
All right.
Uncle Iroh is pretty impressive for how old he is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I love in whatever the episode with the different shorts are called. I love when he's getting mugged and he's just like, "What is this stance?
Like, your
Garbage."
stance is wrong. I believe in your dreams. Don't be a criminal.
Right. Um, I like that episode. That was a pretty good episode.
One of my favorite parts from Tales of Ba Sing Se is like in the Katara and Toph one. At the end, Katara tells Toph she's really pretty, and then Toph says thank you because she can tell when people are lying, and so she knew Katara wasn't lying.
And
So
then, and then I like that Top's like, "I would return the compliment, but I have no clue what you look like."
like
All
I can tell what shape you are vaguely, but
right. All of the blind jokes are really funny to me.
oh, the blind jokes don't stop.
I think my favorite is when they're looking for the library and she like points off to the distance. She's like, "There it is," and they all like dramatically turn around. She's like, "That's what it will sound like when you find it." I also, um, I didn't really notice this with book one. Like I noticed it, but like I it didn't really click in my mind. But the Cabbage Man is making faster time than they are. How is
The
the cabbage?
cabbages is a running joke. It's like
Clearly, the poor Cabbage Man.
it's cabbages.
Cabbage, and I think my favorite part about the joke is that it makes no sense because he's like like he's making faster ground than
I think one of the favorite memes that I've ever seen is so you know how like avatars tend to remember things from their past lives?
right.
There's this meme where it's like Cora walking past a cabbage stand and she just goes, I feel unreasonably violent.
That's funny. Um, yeah, the poor Cabbage Man. I was very upset because in the one episode it shows Appa like getting all the way to the back to the city, and then all of a sudden he gets kidnapped again. I'm like, no, Appa, please
Oh, Appa's lost days. Oh, God.
get back to Aang, which they
This
were.
is why I lost my mind when you said, oh, what I think will happen in season 2. Well, I really like Appa.
And then you're just like,
I'm just like, oh no, he knows too much.
because at first when I saw Appa get taken, I'm like, oh, Theo's just like Appa's not in book two very much. No, Appa's abused in book two. In the Tales of Ba Sing Se, at the very start, it shows Aang shaving his head, and that was just really weird to me. I don't know why that was really weird.
Oh boy.
Like, it shows him shave. What is that face? Anyway, it shows him like shaving his head. It clicked in my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, he can grow hair. He's a monk.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he shaves it.
It's explained in Korra that the reason airbenders are bald is so that they can feel the air better on, like, so that they can, like, feel things
Interesting.
happening around them.
Oh, and then in the same episode with Appa, it shows Appa and Aang meeting for the first time. and they're both having a dream about it at the same time.
Ah!
That was also very sad.
I was gonna rewatch book 2 so that I would like, I don't know, have it fresher in my mind, but then I was like, I am not suffering.
Mentally.
I watched like a couple of the fun episodes. I did not watch the sad ones.
Is bloodbending a thing in Avatar, or is that more in Korra?
You'll see.
Great, because throughout the entire series, I've been like, it's gonna happen, it's gonna be freaky, but it hasn't happened yet, and that's
No.
just even scarier.
Yeah, for context, I have told Isaac that bloodbending has happened because we had to have the discussion if lapis lazuli could bloodbend.
And how terrifying that would be.
Yeah, yeah. So I told him, well, in Avatar, there's bloodbending, so he knows there is bloodbending, just doesn't know where it's gonna be.
And that is the scariest thing of all.
Every time you click on an episode, you're gonna be like, someone's gonna bloodbend. Someone's gonna bloodbend.
So the Fire Nation, they lose all their firebending abilities, correct? When the sun,
During the eclipse, yes.
right. Now, what about during night? Do they lose all their power?
No, because the sun isn't being blocked, it's just on the other side of the world.
Got it.
During the eclipse, an eclipse is the only time the sun is like blocked. The rays are blocked from reaching the earth, but when it's night, the rays are still reaching the earth. They're just on the other side.
The the person the the,
Who?
the person who used to work at the circus.
Ty Lee?
Ty Lee.
Her name is Ty Lee, Isaac.
And I'm gonna forget at least 3 more times.
Oh my god.
I find it really funny that Ty Lee is like in the middle of battle flirting with, I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. Sokka. See, I was gonna say Sokka again. Sokka.
No one ever says Sokka in the show. I don't know why that's in your brain.
Sokka. What else? I don't know. Book 2 was good.
Book 2 is good. How do you think it's gonna end? How do you think book 3 is gonna end? I'm just curious.
Well, clearly it's a kid's show. It's gonna end with them winning the war. Now, the main thing I'm curious about is how they're gonna handle the Fire Lord. Because on the one hand, it's a kid's show, so you think they'd just be like, send him to jail. But on the other hand, he's a war criminal who's killed lots of people, and I kind of want him to see an untimely demise. So, that'll be interesting to see where they go with that.
Yeah, it is interesting. It is really interesting where they do go with that, so.
I'm rooting for untimely demise.
I just want to say, by the time these are coming out, my room may be a different color. It is the 14th of July. We're stockpiling these videos for August because Isaac has band camp.
Right.
Yeah, so I just want to say, like, if in my solo videos my room is a different color to when they are here, sorry. My room is a different color. It's blue now.
Don't worry about spoilers in the comments. By the time this is posted,
Yeah.
I've seen it weeks ago. I finished.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The comments, put all the spoilers you want.
So yeah, in 2 weeks from your today, we will be uploading my review
book
of
3.
book 3.
Yes.
So
subscribe!
yeah.
Subscribe! And if you're already subscribed, thank you. We love you.
And then eventually we're probably going to do the same thing with
Korra.
The Legend of Korra, but
we have some things planned, so.
Right.
But we will be doing Korra.
Probably like at the earliest, you can maybe see it in November, but we'll get there. Yeah. Great. How do we do an outro?
I hate us. We both deserve to burn in hell for eternity.